Well, it's time to start. I'm sorry if you can't hear the game. Well, it's time to start. I'm sorry if you can't hear the game. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Echo gone. Sorry about that, but let's take a look. Here we have Team Newbark Noctowls on the purple team. And on the orange side, we have Team Doom Desire. Everybody place your bets for how you think it's going to go. We've got some powerful teams here, and I'm excited to see what they pick. Looks like we have the banning phase heading up here. Some of the common choices are Espeon, Urshifu, and Zacian. Comfey is also pretty common, and there we go. Two of the more common Pokemon getting banned here. We have Comfey on the Team on Team Newbark Noctowls, and Espeon on Team Doom Desire. So these teams are not interested in picking these purple team picks first, and it looks like the Newbark Noctowls are having Void King pick first. They are in the first slot, I believe, as I believe that is how these things are decided. And he is going with a Slowbro with Slick Spoon, likely going with a Scald Amnesia build here, with a Shell Bell for cooldown and healing, and a Focus Sash with a potion. That's a lot of healing that they're going to have to get through. Common top tier choice here, Dodrio for Johnny Noms, and Trevenant on Bing for Team Doom Desire. A Thick Boy and a Big Damage. Classic double stacking Floatstone full heal Dodrio, and double stacking Focus Sash Potion Trevenant, very classic. We've got an Energy Amp Choice Specs Focus Sash Blastoise on the left team here. And a 2-item Clefable with Potion. Not a conventional choice, but I can understand how they would make this work. I wonder if they're missing an item. We may have a restart here. Let me listen in on the teams to make sure that this is intentional.
Well, there's a way to do it while this is still going on. Oh, is it? Mm-hmm. I saw them doing it in
Okay, it looks like the Clefable pick is intentional, but they need to change the items. So we'll see if they have time to do that here in a second. It looks like we also have gotten Gara with a Decidueye, no Rapid Scarf, but with a Razor Claw. Up, the characters have switched. Okay. Okay. The characters have switched around here. We have an Eldegoss with Rescue Hood, as well as a Blissey with Rescue Hood, XP Share, and Buddy Barrier, a Muscle Band on the Eldegoss, as you normally do. And we also have a Mamoswine and a Blastoise on the team of Newbark Noctowls. Here are our final picks. We have a bit more of a traditional Clefable and Decidueye build here. And a Gardevoir for the Team Doom Desire. Johnny Noms with their classic X-Attack Gold Gardevoir here. A lot of bulk on Team Doom Desire with a little bit of damage both in front line and in back line. A classic build. Just because in the meta right now, it is a big deal to have a couple of late game characters for end game damage at Ray, and just a lot of tanks, a lot of health. For the rest of it, just because at Ray, just being able to respawn with a ton of health at the Ray fight is a big deal. We're going to see Dodrio going for a couple of stacks here. They are double stacking, so that's going to be pretty common. We've got a classic handshake up top here. Blue team trying to, Newbark Noctowls trying to protect their sides a little bit more. They're not stacking as much. Team Doom Desire trying to get away with stealing some farm. Not going to get any stacks. And going back to their lane. Phantom getting some damage here. Squirtle forced to run away, losing their Focus Sash as well as both of the others. Blissey does not have a Focus Sash, but Phantom lost theirs. Here's down bot. We've got Dodrio still going for some stacks. Tried to steal the XP, did not get the chance. Doesn't go in for the stack because their gank has already shown up. Taco Bro with the Decidueye has come bot lane. Whereas Noms, the Gardevoir, has ganked top lane instead. A little unconventional. More often you will see the jungles gank bottom lane, as the Reggies tend to be very important early game, not so much late. And Regieleki tends to be not very important early game, but important late. X-Attack procced, a lot of XP given there. Safeguard Blissey gets some scores in on the top goal for Trevenant. Looks like they're trying to push bot goal with the Decidueye ganking bot. Dodrio is taking some of the jungle, split jungle here. You can see the enemy Kirlia going into the jungle, trying to get some stolen farm here. Psyshock Guardy going to be very dangerous for the Dartrix here, but Slowbro and Wartortle both abandoning their goal to try and get this. That's going to be a fat 20 dunk for the Trevenant. That's a lot more stacks that they're going to get here. Now the middle goal is going to be contested, but Decidueye should clean that up just fine. We'll see which... Yep, Spirit Shackle Decidueye. Classic meta pick. Lately, Razor Leaf Decidueye requires a lot of tanks and bulk to keep it running, which this team does have. They do have 2 tanks, 3 tanks, and a support. So Razor Leaf Decidueye seemingly would have been a very good choice here. Especially with a Trevenant Blissey Eldegoss on the enemy team. But Spirit Shackle is a lot of safe damage, and it could be that they are just more comfortable staying as far away from that Dodrio as possible. Though personally, I feel Leaf Storm deals with them much better than trying to just keep your distance, because Dodrio, that ult will send you, triple trample, just sends you right into that Decidueye, and there's nothing they can do about it except eject button out, which this Decidueye does not have. X attack also being a very good choice for Razor Leaf, so we will see how this goes, but that's just my personal bias coming in, obviously. I love me some Razor Leaf Decidueye. It tears apart these tanks in late game, and that's what a lot of metas run lately. Regice has spawned on the bottom, top lane being left alone to the Trevenant to stack. Getting a double 6-stack Trevenant up on top lane is very dangerous, and as we saw in the Chaos League, that has won a lot of games, letting that Trevenant get double 6-stack, and now with the new Woodhammer buffs, it's even more dangerous. So we will see how this plays. They are going for the late game strategy here. Decidueye ripping apart that Regice, and there's not much the enemy team can do for it other than have the Dodrio agility in and use all their best shots at it. They don't have... Oh, they don't have an ult yet, but Guardy does have a long-range Psyshock, and it takes it. An excellent steal. Trevenant got all of that free experience and stacks for free, and bot lane still didn't suffer for it. Still got that Regice. And that's a lot of healing, a lot of bulk. They are going to rotate top lane. Gardevoir is going to stay down bot to protect it, because you don't want free stacks like they got in top lane. You're going to stack it, leave it at 5. Dodrio's going to leave it at 1. They're going for the last stack. Agility tries to get out, but don't get the chance. Decidueye ults, Trevenant eating the whole thing to protect their team. Goes in anyway with that Woodhammer. That's why you don't want to let those 6 Aeos Cookie stacks happen. Focus Sash heals them up another 3k, and Decidueye is left in the dust. Only 1 kill on the Dodrio for that ult and that on that goal. Guardy gets some strong damage with the Psychic Psyshock, kills the Clefable outright. Right then and there, Psychic Psyshock kills the Slowbro with a Trevenant Woodhammer as well. This Guardy is painful. You gotta watch those late gamers, sons. You don't want to let those get strong early. Dodrio getting his 6 stacks down bot. That's also going to be very dangerous. And all 5 of the Newbark Noctowls are top, so they're just going to have to push this Regieleki because they have a lot of farm on their side of the map that they could be getting to get an experience lead. And it's just going to have to stay there while they contest this Regieleki. So they're going to have to burn it fast, or they're going to end up even further behind as that Guardy just tears apart the Slowbro. But Amnesia brings them right back up. Wartortle needs to evolve, really should be getting that XP, because they went in with a rapid spin and got killed for it. 4 of them down, only Decidueye left. Psyshock takes them down. A fairy singularity indeed, took 4 of them down without any issues. They got the Regieleki, but at what cost? It's not even going to go in, and they all died for it. A 5k, painful. That is painful. But the Newbark Noctowls can bring this back. They have a ton of experience on their side of the map, and Regibot is about to spawn. Let's see what we win, folks. A Regirock. That increases defense and special defense. Widely regarded as not the most helpful Regi that could spawn. But remember, their team has 3 defenders and a support. That is a lot of health for them to keep alive with a defense buff like this, and could be insanely valuable against someone like Guardy, who has upwards of 60% special defense reduction on Psychic, plus Slick Spoon. Let's see how we go. The Newbark Noctowl is going with the same strategy, trying to burn it, and then going in with a rapid spin. Does not get away with it, though, as the Gardevoir is able to take a ton of damage. Dodrio gets into the back line, takes down the Decidueye, who was trying to pump in a lot of damage with the ult. Unfortunately, they just got circumvented with their strategy just a little bit by Team Doom Desire. They were ready for that Decidueye in the back to start pumping damage, and the Dodrio was ready to counterattack. They do so much damage, though. Well, these people are turning up and destroying the tanks, even with all of their special defense. Guardy, Dodrio, Trevenant, they are just tearing through it. Those attack weights and Aeos cookies are doing wonders to help them survive the onslaught of this front line that Team Newbark Noctowls has. With just a Clefable, a Mammal, a Blastoise, a Slowbro, just walking into the front line like there's no care in the world, and Gardevoir has something to say about that. It's rough. It is a uphill battle from here, but I know that the teams are more than ready to come up with a counter strategy and figure out what they are going to do about this. All the experience gathered on both sides. Look at these levels. They are fairly even, with just Guardy and Trevenant pulling away a little bit here. Trevenant going in, trying to catch the Clefable and Slowbro out of position. Blastoise doing the same with the Eldegoss and Blissey. Going in, and it's just a mishmash. Gardevoir getting some hits. Mammo trying to get in, get that Ice Fang on the Guardy. A risky play, but it would have paid off so big for Moshpit. But didn't quite make it, but it was a very close. If they had gotten that, that would have been a huge turn in their favor to get that Regieleki right before Ray. Clefable's a little low here, but that Moonlight's going to try and keep him alive. Slowbro caught out with 3 of them here. Isn't able to push it. Blastoise has to recall, probably trying to preserve their Focus Sash. Good strategy, because Ray is up in 15. You do not want to lose your Focus Sashes here. Getting all the farm up. Oh, all the farm on Purple Team is showing up. Newbark Noctowls is going to have plenty to do. Regieleki can easily be repelled or just allowed to go into second goal. It is not going to matter that much because Ray is up right now, people. That's right. It is showtime. Let's see what the teams have, because Doom Desire is posted up and waiting to catch somebody out of position. Like Void King getting dangerously close to Trevenant. Walks into them a little out, but the rest of the team is ready to back him up. Dodrio gets some safe back caps. 24 right there. Going to force Team Newbark Noctowls to make a play. Fairy Singularity takes out 3 of them. Decidueye goes down. Blastoise, the only one last man standing, throws out a Hydro Typhoon. Isn't able to get the last push that they needed. Oh no! Team Doom Desire has wiped, and that's the Team Newbark Noctowls has to watch that happen. Now is the time for the counterplay, folks, because it's not over yet. Here is the chance for the Newbark Noctowls to try and push them out of the goals, see what they can do to stop these scores. A Tyranitar and Urshifu would be very welcome here, but Guardy, with their 50 points, does not have a lot of shield and could be denied here. Just like Eldegoss, Eldegoss was repelled successfully, doesn't get to score their 100. Blissey just manages to do it, but they are going to die for it. Bliss assistance on the Trevenant, and look at that shield! My goodness! That's more shield than most of the entire enemy team has health! That was unbelievable! Blissey, one of the best supports in the game. Look at that, those numbers with Trevenant's ult as well. Those kinds of numbers should be illegal. Imagine if there was an Umbreon on the enemy team right there. Oh, they're licking their lips, the Umbreon mains. Think about it. I'm thinking about it because, oh my goodness, that was probably more shield than I may ever see in my career again. That may have been upwards of 10,000 health in shield. Absurd. Let's see a Comfey do that. Oh my. Ooh, an excellent Spirit Shackle from the Decidueye. Getting some good hits. And here is Team Newbark Noctowls' chance to push back here. They have 10 seconds. They need to push this goal now. Let's see them go in. Spirit Shackles are going to be flying. The Rapid Spin is going in. Going for the Clefable to try and stop the 15-point score. Very good plays by the Gardevoir here. And time is up. What an amazing set of events. So Newbark Noctowls were pulling some very strong plays out here, but the Team Doom Desire was ready to circumvent those. What an excellent matchup. Excuse me. And if you have it for Team Doom Desire, that is a strong win. Please give a hand to our players. Excellent plays here. Let's review the battle a little bit here. Look at that. Team Newbark Noctowls had that early lead with all of those, that Slowbro and that Clefable, those early game characters. Even with the Eldegoss and Blissey on the enemy team side, it's not quite enough damage, and they were able to get some early scores and some early stacks in. Once those stacks started piling up at first, Reggie would see all those little scores popping in. If we can look here at Team Doom Desire, you see all those little scores start popping in the second and third parts, and that is when the tides start turning. That Trev, that Dodrio getting a bunch of little scores in. You see that it says plus 24, but they got a lot of little scores in that time, and those stacks, they build up quick. If we take a look here, we can see the numbers here. Look at that, 90k on the Decidueye, nothing to sniff at. That is a lot of damage, 5 kills as well. And the rest of the team, no slouch. 90k damage taken on the Slowbro, 85k taken on Clefable with 92 heal. Well, that Moonlight is doing work. These teams are not slouching. Remember, this is a lot of damage that these teams are taking. 56 and 59 on the Blastoise. Would be remiss to ignore that when you think about the enemy team who didn't take much damage at all. Well, Blissey didn't even get to take all that much damage or do very much healing. They were just protecting their teammates with Safeguard Helping Hand, getting that Dodrio as fast as possible, getting those Eldegoss basic attacks out, getting those Trevenant basic attacks out, because remember, every hit that Trevenant makes gets a bit of cooldown reduction on its move, so that Helping Hand is doing a lot of work on those 3 Pokemon, all 3. 186,000 damage from that Gardevoir. The defenses on those defenders were doing nothing to help them. Insane the kind of pierce that Gardevoir gets right now. With 58k healing on the Trevenant and 60k healing on the Eldegoss, these movesets, no slouch. That was a lot of work that they were putting in as supports, even without a lot of big health targets to heal up. Just that little bit of healing they were able to do, more than enough to keep them, because once that slow ball started, they did not need to do much. Excellent work from the teams. Beautiful. I got kicked. I see they still haven't fixed that bug. Let's see if I can get back in here. Thank you. Let's see if it sends me back to the admin position. Note to self: do not leave that menu. Someone left. Goodbye, Hawkward. Excellent games, excellent games. I will leave that away so that nobody can steal the code and get in when they're not supposed to. But those were excellent games. It was excellent to see all the strategies here. My thing was killed, so I'm not able to see it.
Well, what he's saying is, if he groups up, then it's...
That is going to be revealing the strategies of the enemy team, so I'm not going to listen in on the team there, but excellent plays, excellent rules. In case anyone was wondering, it is classic tournament set here. All battle items, all Pokemon, all held items, and all held items at max level. Standard stuff for a Scrim tournament level. Custom emblems are disabled for this mode, so there are no emblem sets that you need to worry about. These are the Mon played at what it would effectively be a ranked setting, or tournament setting. No emblems needed. If you would like to custom craft your emblem sets, there is plenty of resources online. The Math Cord in particular has you covered with a lot of extensive emblem testing. Unite DB probably has some advice for you, and there is always the classic Poke Unite tubers, such as Spraggles, Indie, and the like, who will be looking out for you for some nice emblem builds, held items, and how the mechanics work to make sure that the builds that you're looking at are working well for you, and that you can play in the way that you want to, because remember, this is a game and we are here to have fun. Are we having fun, chat? Probably not, because Zacian is still in the game, and that's not a good time for anybody. But if they nerf it, okay. But if they nerf it, it'll be good times. Ugh, excuse me. Alrighty. Hopefully everybody can still hear me just fine. Let me test. I cannot hear that. That's unfortunate. Sorry, I was just testing something. So I'll have to test that later. I cannot tell if that I can hear or not, but we will see if the players are fine. Can they hear me just fine? Oh, are we going? Oh, we are going! Alright, next round, everybody! Are you ready? Alright. We've got the ban phase up, and we are going to see some of the things. Now, here's the chance for the teams to look at what works for those teams and decide if there's something that they need to counterplay. Now, Espeon would still be a very strong contender. Also, something like Urshifu or Zacian would be strong going into Team Doom Desire here. going to play a little bit of devil's advocate because that team was far and away very strong in that game. So some counter picks to that. A little bit of dive Pokemon, things like Zacian or Shifu, maybe a Venusaur that can kind of just rush that Guardy down regardless of what anybody in the front line has to say. Maybe a Dodrio that can kind of just take them down. Now, they have decided to take down Trevenant, which their Trevenant was very strong. So they are deciding that the enemy team is aware of that strategy and is not going to allow them to get their stacks up like they did last time. That the team Newbark Noctowls have decided the Slowbro is the biggest issue, being able to take someone like a Decidueye or a Blastoise out of the mix entirely. Oh no, the teams have swapped. I'm sorry, standard tournament play. Teams have swapped. Team Newbark Noctowls is now on the right, orange team, and Doom Desire is on the left. Team Doom Desire has decided the Slowbro was too thick, and the Newbark Noctowls has decided that the Trevenant top lane was a very big issue, allowing it to get all those stacks like that. So they don't want to have to deal with that. They want to be able to push Regibot like they intended without getting punished for it in the later halves, which is a very strong strategy for them. And it's going to allow them a lot of free things. Now, it looks like the team compositions we've got here are a Clefable, a Delphox, a Mamo, and a Blastoise. Very similar team comp on Team Newbark Noctowls with a Delphox instead of a Decidueye. Higher tier pick. I like their thought process. On Team Doom Desire here, we have a Comfey, a Tyranitar, Espeon, Dodrio, and a Blissey. Pretty standard builds here. Newbark Noctowls have finished off their team set with an Aegislash going into this stuff. I can see an Aegislash being strong against that Espeon, but they're going to struggle against the Tyranitar, but the Wide Guard might be enough to offset that. We've got an Experience Share Blissey over on Doom Desire here. A Weakness Policy, Muscle Band, Focus Sash Tyranitar. Its plan is to get in and stay in with an X-Speed, and I like the thought of that. Now we've got Double Glasses, Slick Spoon on Espeon here, no stacking, good plan. Classic Razor Claw Dodrio for Doom Desire, an interesting choice. And a classic Rescue Hood, Special Specs XP Share Comfey. Comfey is going to be trying to get some stacks here, probably going to lane with the Dodrio if I had to guess, with Tyranitar in jungle, but we will see. Espeon could split jungle with Dodrio again like they did last time. And we've got Gold Delphox for Taco Bro, and a Blue Gislash for Mosh Pit TV. So we will see how that stacks up. We've got Green Dodrio for Slimp, so they have been practicing this quite a bit. I personally only have 2 green ribbons total on my account, so that is a lot of games that these players have played with Green Mamo on Sarvarius as well. These thick tank boys on the Newbark Noctowls are going to be hard to get rid of, but I think it's all going to be worth it in the end. Checking out a little bit here. Comfey T-Tar have gone top lane for the Doom Desire with Espeon, Blissey down bot. Clefable, Aegislash for Newbark Noctowls are bot lane. Double Tank Defender, Mamo, Squirtle in top lane for Newbark Noctowls, with just a singular Fennekin jungle and Dodrio jungle. No split jungle this time. They're just going classic 2-1-2 strats. It's no more of this fancy split jungle double stacking madness that they have been trying to pull off here. It's a dangerous, risky play, but ever since Dragapult has been added in the game, risk-reward is something on everyone's mind. The kind of plays that you're able to get going for a lot of risk and it paying off are very hard to beat when you are comparing to just a standard gameplay. Very nice, well-crafted clear there. Espeon getting all of the damage on the Indeedee or the Baltoy that spawns in the back there, and Blissey just getting the final hit far enough away that they get all the XP without XP share giving it all to Espeon. Very well-crafted clear there. Getting Espeon all the XP it needs early, and then allowing Blissey to score by itself. Very nice. Nuanced, very high-level play, and I love to see it here. On the scrims, baby! Comfey trying to keep this Larvitar alive. Still hasn't become a Pupitar, but Swinub has not evolved either. Wartortle going into jungle, trying to find some XP that it can snipe, so that they do not end up being a Wartortle at first Reggie like last time. That is a very dangerous thing to happen to a Wartortle, as it kind of throws a wrench into the entire plan of Newbark Noctowls, because that Blastoise needs to get in early in the fight and stay alive. get the rapid spin damage off, and then throw a Hydro Typhoon out to disrupt the enemy team as well as do a ton of damage. If the Blastoise can get that off, that is the linchpin to their plan and is a ton of extra value for the team, even if the Blastoise dies for it. So the Blastoise is going to have to be a little bit greedy here in trying to get the farm. Aegislash lost their buffs, is waiting for their jungle to respawn as they are in this lane. Sorry, Delphox is jungling. But the Aegislash is just looking for some XP here so they can get out of Doublade form, one of the weakest forms for Aegislash. Same with Wartortle being one of the weakest forms for Blastoise. This is a bit of a late game team here. XP share, Memo trying to do what they can to get the Blastoise any XP that it can. Gara, XP share, Clefable, so they are running double XP share here. Somewhat of a bit of a classic ever since the change to Theosky Ruins and the XP share buff slash bug fix, where it now gives extra XP all the time. An X-Ject button push there just to keep Doublade alive, while Delphox pushes top lane here a little bit. The Pupitar desperately trying to keep itself alive, doing a bit of damage to the Piloswine, getting some damage on the Delphox, but ultimately it is too much, and the Comfey does not remain alive. Takes the berry just to make sure that they can stay alive here. Uses Magical Leaf to do as much damage as it can with some basic attacks, because Comfey does get some value out of their basic attacks, but not during their Magical Leaf. But they wanted to stay available there because they can attach to Dodrio whenever they want. Dodrio's gank coming in, getting tons of kills up in top lane there. Triple kill, getting some stacks in, double stacking on the, single stacking on the Dodrio, working out just fine. I believe they had single stack if I remember rightly. But we will see. Clefable checking out the bush, very nice. Getting some use out of the shield from Follow Me. Getting some use out of that Moonlight for the heal on their escape. There's the Rapid Spin Blastoise trying to get in the back line and see what they can do about keeping this away. Newbark Noctowls get the Regibot effectively uncontested. Doom Desire deciding to try and just protect the goal. Delphox Fanciful Fireworks putting down a strong incentive to just let them get some scores in. They get the one score, but Delphox, Clefable, and Aegislash die for the score. I believe only Clefable scored as well, so the goal is still on 60 points out of 80. Ooh, a 40 dunk on the 1 health goal down bot. Very nice calculations from Team Doom Desire there. So that is a strong push for both teams in bot lane. Delphox getting back to their jungle. A lot of XP available on the map, and Newbark Noctowls is going to go get it and try and keep a level advantage if they can, since they got the first Regi for free. But the levels are going to be fairly even here with efficient farming from Team Doom Desire, so this Regieleki is going to be a bit of a contested spot, as there's not going to be anything to fight for maybe another 40 seconds here. Tyranitar with a Comfey on it, very dangerous, and we're going to be seeing how that Tyranitar gets some damage going in here. Team Newbark Noctowls is getting aggressive, looking for that push, because they do not want to fall behind with the XP from this Regieleki. Pushing the purple goal a little bit, not going for the burn on Regieleki, just trying to push the goal, trying to get the scores in so they can get maximum value, but a Bliss Assistance on the Tyranitar Comfey, it just takes out their team. Clefable, Mamo go down, Tyranitar, Tyrannical Rampage takes out the Mamo, and Delphox is just running for its life here, trying to run the Tyranitar in circles. Dodrio has found them, though, and they're going to be able to run them off as much as they want. Agility takes it. Aegislash with the burn and steal gets the Regieleki. Regieleki going in here would not be very good. It would leave the goal on 14, but it would not be terrible. Newbark Noctowls retreating to get all the XP. Very good plan to get an XP lead. And the Doom Desire is forced to repel this, but as they don't have much farm left with some efficient farming, it is not going to take them too much. No kills for it, so they are doing well on XP. It is up to the Newbark Noctowls to farm the heck out of their team as Reggie spawns down bot lane. Team Doom Desire is circling, preparing for the push on it, and Team Newbark Noctowls still getting a bunch of XP. There's still a lot of XP on their side, so they are not going to be remiss if they lose this, but it is not an objective they want to forfeit. Tyranitar going out, X-Speed, reverse X-Speed Dark Pulsing. That is not a movement I've ever seen from Tyranitar before, but the Moonwalk has paid off in dividends. Delphox is down. That is a huge amount of the DPS. Clefable's Unite is gone, and that's pretty much the rest of their DPS as Blastoise goes down. Not much left for them here. Espeon getting some strong hits on the Aegislash, but Aegislash, a single Sacred Sword, and Espeon goes down. It's just that easy. It is just that easy. T-Tar comes in with a Sand Tube. Sand Tube Tyranitar. Not something I see often. Well. Not something you see often, but with a Comfey and a Blissey on it, I can understand why they would want to. The quick dash out of a bush is a very strong play. All the Newbark Noctowls have come back down. Dodrio's going to get some stacks up top lane, and they're going to leave Team Doom Desire with the Tyranitar just rushing in with a Sand Tomb, trying to get what it can. None of the support's on it, though, so it has to run back out after its Sand Tombs. Gets a view of the Regice, though. Now they know it's not very high. Espeon's Psybeam does like 4,000 damage and takes the Regice for their team. An incredible play by Doom Desire. Oh, but this is a strong push for Team Newbark Noctowls. Oh, they lose the Mamo. They lose the Clefable. And they are not able to push in as the Blastoise and the Aegislash go down. That was such a strong push. I cannot believe they were not able to push into that. That Tyranitar is unbelievable with a Comfey Blissey on it. I can't wait to see the healing stats on those characters. This Tyranitar only has 6 kills, but the Comfey has 11 assists and the Blissey has 5. That is a lot of work that they are doing on this. The last Regieleki left alone. Blissey just checking on it, making sure that it's not getting burnt, but it is left alone to rot as Rayquaza has spawned. It's showtime! That's right, everybody. We've got the fun part of the night, the fun part of the match going in as Blissey's caught out of position a little bit. Rapid Spin goes off on Blastoise, and that's a lot of damage they're not going to have available as Clefable gets caught out of position instead. Ooh, that early Rapid Spin is going to cost them. And T-Tar is going in. No Bliss assistance. Ooh, the Memo's looking low, but a Buddy Bear keeps them in. A Dodrio comes in to take them out, and now the damage is halved for the enemy team. Oh no! Fanciful Fireworks is not enough to keep their team alive. As the ults, all the ults on Doom Desire are taken down and Delphox goes down. Gara, the Clefable, just has their ult to rely on to try and steal this, but they're too far away. The X speed is not enough. They need to go in a little bit earlier because the burn on an Espeon T-Tar is massive. And Clefable now going to use their ult to try and ward off these teams here. Dodrio is almost assuredly going to get a score. A green shield on a Dodrio is hard to... Oh, but they take it down. Tyranitar going in with his green shield. Sand Tomb gets them in. They have 0 points. They already scored top lane. And the Comfey gets to score as well. Big scores here. Big scores. It's going to take a lot for the Newbark to score 500. 600. Ooh, the Blissey scores and the Espeon scores down bot lane. That is a lot of points to come up. It's going to take a lot of efficient farming to try and get this. But the Newbark Noctowls, they're not giving up. They've got some time to kill. They are burning this Blissey Comfey. They are taken down. 4 of the team members are down. Espeon gets caught alone here. Still has ult, though, after all this time. Psyshock is able to take down the Mamo on its own. Aegislash going in on this. Tries to get it, but the green shield is still up, so these Psyshocks are doing a massive amount of damage. But they are not able to protect both lanes. Only Espeon is alive. Delphox scores a 74 up in top lane. An 88 on the Blastoise. Are they able to jump in time? And nope, they get the 88. The Espeon has managed to single-handedly take down the Clefable Aegislash down bot lane. Ray Shield is not fair, folks. Let me tell you. There's a reason that a lot of people consider Espeon one of the best mages in the game right now, and it is not for show. That kind of thing is insane. I wish I had been looking down bot. Somebody clip it. Somebody check out Void King _TTV on Twitch if you want to see the view of Espeon getting that. I assume they were watching because that is insane. I'm quite frankly not aware how Espeon could have won that fight against an Aegislash, but you know what? They did it. Of course, Johnny Nom's one of the best players in the game, would have been the one to do it, of course. Checking the stats here a little bit, we've got a purple lead early and often, keeping it though as the Newbark Noctowls don't give up and get that nice push of 228 points. In a normal game that didn't have Rayquaza, that would have been enough points to actually compete for the win. Look at that. Up until before Rayquaza, they only had 270 points. They were a mere 50 points away. Without Rayquaza, Aegislash would have been able to kill that Espeon. They might have been able to get the win. In a more balanced game, that play would have worked. Unfortunately, we're playing Pokemon Unite. No offense. I love this game, but boy howdy. It is a young game. It is a young man's game, and it is a young game. As we can see here from the fact that the Team Doom Desire did not score once for the first 2 minutes. Neither team did. Excuse me. Neither team scored for the first 2 minutes of the game. And yet, so much was done after that. You can just see all the points scored. Look at that comeback, though. 88 and 74 from Team Newbark Noctowls at the end there. A strong showing, and it just goes to show you can still get rewarded as long as you keep playing the game all the way to the end. Let's look at some stats here, huh? 6 kills on the Aegislash without a single point scored. No stacking needed here. 7 assists on the Blastoise, getting that damage in early and often. And plenty of other stats on the rest of these characters here. 10 kills on the Espeon. Why did they buff this character so much? I don't know why they decided that Psyshock was the only build they wanted for Espeon, but boy howdy, they wanted this move and just this move, because they have only buffed this move since Espeon was added. That's right, they have not buffed Stored Power or Future Sight in any meaningful way since the beginning. Just Psyshock and Psybeam, and it shows 139k damage, with 94k damage on the T-Tar with Sand Tomb. Not oft used, because I believe the tech with Sand Tomb involves using eject button. They had X-Speed instead. So they were not even using the Sand Tomb tech, they were just simply using Sand Tomb to the best of its ability. Unless I'm misremembering how the tech works. I might be, but regardless, 9 kills on the Tyranitar, 13 assists on the Espeon, 16 assists on the Comfey, and 8 assists on the Blissey. Let's look at some stats here. Comfey only doing 8k healing and 15k damage. I bet they probably took Floral Sweet Kiss, and there it is. Cute Charm on a move. I'm sure that wasn't going to end poorly. And Blissey going with the Hurting Hand here, Safeguard Helping Hand. Only doing 21k damage, though. They were just there to facilitate the Dodrio's reign of destruction along with the T-Tar. Dangerous, dangerous plays here. 60k damage taken by the Blissey, 48k damage taken by the T-Tar, 19k healing as well. Not that much realistically, but you have to consider shield. Not really a measure that is kept track of here. 75k healing on the Clefable, though, for Team Newbark Noctowls. 48k damage on the Aegislash. 41k damage on the Blastoise. Those numbers belong on an all-rounder, sir. And 71k damage on a Delphox. That is a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage, and you can see it when you see how they were able to win at the end there. That final push by Team Doom Desire, just enough of a leverage to get those moves in and get some damage in. Follow me, Moonlight, Clefable. You can see how they didn't quite get so much stun and so much damage as you would otherwise get for a Clefable, but 75k healing, 80k damage taken, speaks for itself. That is a lot. Excuse me. Otherwise, we have fairly classic movesets here, nothing out of the ordinary. Agility, Tri-Attack, Dodrio, and the rest I've already talked about. Levels, pretty equal, little bit behind on the Clefable Mamo with the double XP share there. Somewhat ironic, having both the XP share Pokemon the lowest level, but that's how they get their extra XP, so it really all works out. And as you may know, the classic strat with double XP share in the current meta is having some of the 2 Pokemon that have the hardest time leveling up both have XP share, so that every time they are constantly bouncing between each other as the lowest XP Pokemon, and they are constantly getting the bonus XP as a result, while also providing extra XP for both of the lanes that they are present in this particular case, Clefable in bot lane, and Mamoswine in the top lane, giving some extra XP to the Aegislash and the Blastoise, respectively, getting them both up to level 14, above the Blissey and the Comfey, who both did not have XP share. Or I believe only the Blissey did, I'm not entirely sure. But that is a lot of work that they have done here. I am not going to leave this screen, because then I will see the code for the other version. I will see the code for the new lobby, and I don't want anybody to join there. And also because it'll kick me out. So, oh, whoops. Oh, well, I've done it by accident anyway, so never mind. What a good game, everybody. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy, everybody. Whoopsie daisy. Well, you know, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Do we have any opinions from the audience watching right now? It does not seem that way. Oh! They were talking in here the whole time. I'm sorry. What? There we go. Up, and the next game has started. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It is the third match of Team Newbark Noctowls versus Team Doom Desire. Where the fuck is Blurp? Well, it's not on right now because I'm not on the right thing, but now we have Blurp active. Try not to spam it too much because we are in a scrim here. Excuse me. Draft pick is up and we are going to see the ban phase. Let me take a swig real quick. Excuse me. Alright. We've got Team Doom Desire on the orange team on the right, and we have Team Newbark Noctowls, purple team, on the left. Now, Team Doom Desire has decided that the Decidui on Team Newbark Noctowls is still the most dangerous player. They don't want to see that damage going anywhere near them. They don't want to have to deal with the long-range Decidui in the back line, which likely means that they're going to try and avoid the Dodrio this round. So we're going to see how the Newbark Noctowls take that to their advantage, because they're getting rid of that Trevenant. They still don't want to see it. They're starting to understand the weaknesses of Team Doom Desire, because they were able to get some leeway in that second match. So they want to keep this ball a-rolling. Now, we've got a little bit of broken Pokemon over here on Team Doom Desire here. We have some of the top tiers of the game. Delphox, Slowbro, Mew, and Dodrio. Lots of top tier picks here. Slick Spoon on 2 of the members here. XP share on the Dodrio, XP share on the Slowbro, and a Floatstone attack weight Razor Claw Dodrio with full heal. Closing it out with a Clefable to try and counter some of the stuff on here, because on Team Newbark Noctowls we have a stacking special attacks Blissey, a classic Espeon, a weakness policy classic Aegislash here, the bog standard Cinderace, and a Slick Spoon Energy Amp Blastoise once again on Newbark Noctowls. Likely Void going in with that Blastoise trying to destroy. Excellent. We've got some pretty similar teams here, but the Team Doom Desire has gone with a lot of top tiers with just a Clefable to close it out with some healing. Because they need that AoE healing because Slowbro and Dodrio are going to be quite far away from each other, and what better AoE healing than Clefable? No better option on the market that I know of, anyway. And here we have some bog standard classic plays here. No longer the special attack specs Blissey. I'm a little bit sad, but they have a classic XP share instead. Otherwise, pretty standard moves here. The Cinderace, not a commonly chosen pick, but it is a strong carry when they are behind such a wall that is Blastoise, Blissey, Aegislash. Blissey is going to have to be working overtime here, though, because the Aegislash and the Blastoise are going to be taking a lot of damage from a Delphox Mew. And I'm not sure that they have quite enough dive to get away with it. Now, the Aegislash can go real hard and try and take down the Delphox, but the Mew is too slippery with agility and its ult, so it's going to have a hard time killing it. So I think that they're going to have to go with the Blastoise trying to take down the Dodrio and the Clefable in the back line with the Delphox. Aegislash is going to be hard pelting into that Delphox, and Cinderace is going to burn ult at the very beginning of the fight and try and take out that Mew. The problem is you cannot aim Cinderace ult. So Blazing Bicycle Kick is going to go wherever it goes. And it looks like we have an issue here. Hold on 1 second.
It's alright, Miska's already on it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be head.
And I let Vape know that.
Oh, what? It looks like we've got a DC. Whoopsie daisy doodle. Void King has DC'd, it looks like.
Nice. What's up, Ashley?
It just takes a few seconds.
My Unite wife is here.
Let's go. We've got simps.
Here, watch us get fucked up. I thought we were only doing best 2 of 3.
No, I said we're doing 3 games.
Gotcha.
Wow, I got MVP because I'm loading in right now.
Yeah, same here.
No.
See, this is why we shouldn't have subs, because this is why we get game crash. Now we're gonna lose. Man, love you though.
Dang, Taco's getting wrecked. Taco's getting wrecked. Unfortunate. Void got memed. It looks like his game crashed. Sorry there. Sorry, everybody. Looks like we don't have any peanut gallery from
We're back in.
the hideout. Unfortunate. Thunder hasn't given me any gems in there. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. It looks like we are back up. We are back up and ready to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, we've got another. What happened?
This game,
Nero's waifu.
this game, right?
Oh,
What happened?
Starting.
And Punch's waifu. Oh,
Hey, Mup. No, it's not me. Go away.
I
I mean, no, I'm not. Whatever, you know what I mean. Go away. No. Now is not the time. Alright, we're back. Again. We're back once more. Nope, we're dead again. Alrighty. Let me AFK before we leak the lobby code. Game is over. What happened?
Go ahead and restart the game, Miska.
Oh, whoops! The
Johnny
the
wasn't back yet.
the pauses were not. Someone was not back yet. Whoopsie daisy doodle. Technical difficulties. It's fine.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
One of the
See?
best fake band ever.
That's a banger.
It really is, and so is that movie. What movie was that?
Fuck fine.
There we go. Boyd has been so kind as to let me back in. What is happening? It's just some technical difficulties. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ad time.
Damn right. I never saw American Pie either.
Let's just throw that on there real quick.
Titanic is like a classic, dude.
I don't care about Titanic or the fucking Notebook. All that shit can get out of here.
I mean, yes, they're both love stories, but other than that, those movies are widely different.
Or 16 Candles.
Shout out to all the people watching the VOD right now who do not have to watch the ad right now. Appreciate you.
Every genre out there. These movies have nothing in common.
I just said Ghostbusters to make Void yell at me, but he's not listening.
There we go, and the band phase is up. Of course, this is just going to be the same as last time, so we're just going to let this kind of pass by. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you.
Somebody else's too.
I'll abuse that insanely. Thank you, little wood abuser. I.e. Blue Tippy. I.e. that's blue to you.
16 Candles.
Thank you very much.
Do we just do the same thing, right? Get that
And I
foliage
won't
out.
forget it. I won't forget this time. Damn it.
Oh, and Shay's with you. That must be a fun time. Oh, and the anyway. We're just gonna have the same teams playing up here, so it's nothing special. Don't worry, everybody who watched the ad, you didn't miss anything. Yeah, they're just in band phase and they're just picking the same characters they picked before. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
They banned Desi the last time.
Yeah, they banned Decidueye the first time.
Yeah.
Man, the menu looks sick in the actual pick ban. That's wild.
Okay, I don't know if I should confirm this because it says I'm on Arena, but I'm not.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You gotta,
Okay. I
You're
went
on
off
sword
of it,
now.
came back to it.
Yep.
How's everybody doing in the chat? Playing ranked at 12 a.m. since I have no regard for mental health. Yours or anyone else's.
My Espeon's like way in the background.
you're both way in
And
the
facing
background.
Oh, that's fun. I wonder if I could show that. No, I'm not able to show that in time, unfortunate. Watch Void King _ TTV if you too want to see Espeon real small. Unfortunate. I would really... You know what? I'll take a screenshot. You won't be able to see that, but come on down to the Discord where you too will be able to see this funny little tiny Espeon. It is adorable. I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it as
I love it.
possible.
Yep.
There's no fucker.
Alright, well, if we're going to keep it
The final preparations are up.
Just turn your games off.
Okay, got it.
That's adorable. Adorable. I'll put that in Twitch Lounge. Only crayons. That's the last thing I saw. That's the last thing that was in my chat. Come on down to the Discord if you too want to subscribe to Only Crayons. Tiny Espiongo Burr. Tiny Espiongo Burr indeed. That one's addressed to you, Blue.
I was actually gonna say whale just as fuck with you guys, so I'm glad you said
Oh, the whales! I don't know if you guys can hear that.
My favorite reptile, elephant.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Alright, that is closed, so we do not reveal any trade secrets. And here we go! We finally start for real this time! Let's take a good look at what some of the teams are doing. We've got XP Share, Blissey, and Ageless going bot yet again, and we have got a Blastoise and an Espeon going top lane. No XP Share Clefable in top lane this time. Void has gone, and Espeon is dead, and Sarvarius has taken over the Blastoise. No longer the Mammo they once were. Not half the Mammo they used to be. A mere swine-up now. We've got an XP Share Clefable in top with a Fennekin, not a commonly seen high-level play laner, but we will see what the Doom Desire can make it do. Mew, very common, but stacking, not a common play anymore ever since Slick Spoon was added. Most Mews have replaced their triple glasses special attack specs with just a Slick Spoon so that they are safe. Barely get out with an eject button. Electro Ball nearly gets the kill, and Water Gun clinches it. That is an evolution for Bing, the slow bro for Team Doom Desire. That's excellent XP that they're going to need to get that early lead as Dodrio comes in for the gank, tries to take him down. Dodrio from downtown trying to get some XP down there, as Breakson just kind of waits in the bush in top lane, because Breakson is not very strong. Bot lane is going to go exactly as you expect. Solar Beam is just going to destroy them. Dodrio goes in for the cleanup. You didn't miss anything. Top lane here, you've got Breakson. Ooh, almost dying here with some Espeon Psyshock. Very dangerous, very dangerous. The Squirtle gets the contested XP though, so they are going to have to just farm and desperately try and get a level, I believe, 6 evolution for Delphox here. It might be level 7. I might be misremembering. Dodrio gets a kill on the on-edge, though. Still on edge. They are going to need to farm some XP here. If they break the goal, that would be good, but they have it down pat. They're going to leave it on 1. Ooh, you hate to see it. That is strong strategy. Oh, and Dodrio goes in for the Drill Peck on the Raboot. Took Drill Peck just so they could kill them early game. That is painful. The Drill Peck jump kick on Dodrio. They have plenty of XP, they're going with it, and they're going to make it work, because guess what? There are squishies on the enemy team now. Espeon and Cinderace are going to be extremely vulnerable to a Drill Peck out of nowhere, especially with a Triple Trample from downtown. So it's going to be dangerous. Dodrio spinning in circles to keep their boost meter up while staying in a bush. An excellent high-level play that absolutely looks like BM if you don't know what you're looking at. Shoutouts to all the people who have no idea what's going on and just see a spinning Dodrio like they're BMing on the enemy team. That hurts. That hurts. But trust me, this is high-level Dodrio play, I assure you. There is 4 blue members up in top lane trying to get some XP on these Dubblades, Wartortles, and assorted other non-fully evolved members here. I heard a Cinderace evolve. There they are in jungle, desperately trying to avoid a Dodrio, killing them out of nowhere yet again. They break the goal on 10. Not the highest overdunk, but they are going to get Registeel here because they didn't want them to have the extra XP, but they don't want them to get to Registeel faster either. Not that they were going to, so they could have left it until now when they could have scored a 30, but it looks like they're going to try and score it anyway because Regieleki not that valuable, and the goal fully on 80, they're just going to leave it. Overdunk by 25 though. That is a big overdunk on top lane, and that is going to let the teams be fairly even until they get the scores down bot. It is once again in the favor of Doom Desire, but Regieleki is heading towards second goal in top lane. Regieleki is now an effective anti-Rayquaza countermeasure right now. And they're just going to let it. There's no point in trying to push that with a Slowbro Clefable on goal. That's never going to die. So they're just going to try to get some XP instead while they are forced to have 2 members do that. Because now they are able to be a little bit aggressive and push Team Doom Desire here, trying to get some kills and free damage while they push bot lane. Because getting scores on this goal right now would be their ideal movement. There's 5 of them and only 3 of the enemy team. Only 2 as Dodrio went up to help with that to try and prevent any goals because Dodrio does have ult to get back down quickly. No aggression from Team Newbark Noctowls, though. They have plenty of XP on their own field, and they want to get that Blastoise leveled up. I like the planning with that. Altaria goes down because for some reason it spawned in the middle rather than on the side that's losing, because this game makes no sense. But, you know, whatever, I guess. That has been an issue with the spawning of those since the beginning of the game. You would almost argue that it would be intentional at this point. But then again, they added Zacian to the game, so who knows if they know what the word intentional means. No offense, this is just some color commentary, I swear. Hey! Chat's having a good time. Let's throw it to the peanut gallery! Tiny Espeon go burr. Nothing new. Some things change, some things stay the same. Cinderace goes into the Dodrio, gets the kill, throws an ult on the dead Dodrio. That is unfortunate. I told you, you cannot aim Blazing Bicycle Kick. Cinderace goes wherever it wants, even if the thing it's targeting is already dead. Because I don't know. I guess they just wanted Cinderace to need a buff, even though it's really good. Who knows? Deadbeat likes peanuts. The name is funny. Excellent. That reminds me of the comic strip from Ye Olde. Unfortunately, that's too old for any of my audience to know, so we're moving on to the next joke, because Regice is down bot. Blissy's looking for they're scouting out for the enemy team, but they're getting caught. The Slower Beam does a ton of damage. Drill Peck does a ton of damage. Bliss assistance on the Espeon gets them to safety, does a ton of damage to the Clefable, but Triple Trample in return does a ton of damage to the Aegislash, takes them down. Solar Beam takes them down. Blissey goes down. Clefable goes down to that Solar Beam. Why is Mew do so much damage? Drill Peck kills the Cinderace and the Espeon. Why does Dodrio do so much damage? Why do these characters do so much damage? Explain it to me, devs. I don't want to say that you don't plan on anything, but why do these characters do so much damage? Explain. That was like 12,000 damage from 3 attacks. That's too much damage. Flex Seal couldn't repair that much damage. My goodness. Billy Mays would be proud. Or horrified. I'm not really sure. It's also Phil Swift, not Billy Mays. I'm a disgrace to memes. We've got some strong guarding here. Delphox, Clefable, and Mew are split top lane, with Dodrio and Slowbro trying to run some distractions in bot lane. Gets a kill on the Cinderace because they have to be aggressive, because if they just passively guard their goal, they're just going to get pushed like this as the Blastoise just goes in, rapid spins the Slowbro, and just allows scores to be dunked on the goal without much issues. Blissey scoring a 27, Aegislash scoring like a 2 to 4, but Dodrio goes up top to counter score, gets a nice 40 on it, and roughly evens the score once again. It is a very even game, but there is a lot of kills going on for these teams. Ooh, Mew goes down with a push from Cinder Aegislash. I told you, it is going to be those two's jobs to try and take down this Mew, and they are going to burn resources to do it. No ults lost yet, but Mew, Cinder, and Aegislash go down. Excellent restraint from all the players here, as no ults were burned, only lives, and everybody's about to be respawned in time for Ray. Any pushes now, though, are going to be in the danger zone, because characters might want to ult to not die here, because if you die now, you are out for the beginning of Ray, and whoever starts burning it does not respawn in time, and they're going to have a disadvantage for their team. Characters like Espeon and Cinder especially are going to have to stay quite a ways back. Characters like Dodrio, however, kind of just get to go in for free, like Slowbro, because really there's no punishing them. The same goes for Mew. Mew with ult really just cannot be stopped. Going for the level 13 here, try and get their extra plus moves. Gonna get it just in time here, and not gonna be too late. Going around the long way, trying to get some vision on who's what, when, and where. Cinder doing a little plucks here at the Ray, gonna go for a flip, but Delphox and Mew are both here, so that is a dangerous option. Triple Trample on the Espeon, taken down early. I told you you're gonna have to be further back than you want. You're gonna have to be further back, and they're taken down, along with the Cinder as well. Oh, that is a good Triple Trample by the Dodrio. Blastoise gone in with their rapid spin, but at this point, the Delphox ult is just gonna stop them from healing, and both the Blastoise and Blissey are going to go down without much issue. Espeon's going to respawn in time, but the burn is too high. They have a Delphox, they have a Dodrio, and they have a Mew. That thing is going down. Ooh, but Espeon Psyshock almost makes it. Throws out a Psychic Solaire just to try and stun anybody they can, but the characters are too fast. There's Dodrio. What are you going to do? But they get the green shield off of them in time. Mew is going to get to score 100 here. Clefable's going to try and hide so that they can try and find an opening. Their 3 characters are going to try and chase the Delphox with green shield here to try and stop them, but the Clefable's going to come from behind and score the 100. Oh, nobody guarded the goal. A sad time. But they're going to try and push this because now they have the chance to try and get this green shield off of this Delphox. Blastoise getting a ton of damage in and scores the 80 on them. Ooh, but Slowbro gets in and scores a little bit of 100 right in the back there. It's going to be close. The Newbark Noctowls are going to have to push this goal, and they're going to have to push it hard. There's no time to farm for ults. Just go in. Get that green shield off of that Mew. They took it down. You had ult the whole time. No, they got taken down. Blastoise and Blissey are forced to retreat, but at this point there's only 10 seconds left. You might as well just go in and die now. No, the game is over. They didn't want to watch that happen. That is fair. That is fair. The teams played extremely well, but that one triple trample on the Cinder and the Mew took them down. Oh, that was such a good ult by Dodrio. Doom Desire, I told you at the beginning and I told you in the middle that Dodrio is going to be looking to snipe those damage dealers in the back, and you're going to have to be so far away. You're going to have to be so far away. The Cinder just poking the Ray to try and start a flip. The Delphox has just too good anti-flip measures, man. The anti-flip measures are just too strong. They're just too strong. And look here, look how even this game was. This game was so even until that one Unite move. That's what it comes down to in these high-level games, folks. One Unite move and the whole thing turns on its head. Look at that. No comment. Team Newbark Noctowls bringing it back all the way towards the end, only down by 9 points up until Ray spawned. And everything after Rayquaza spawns is kind of just up in the air. You know, Blissey still managed to score 80 in that last minute there, but it's just not enough. Look at the scores that Rayquaza facilitates. 400 points in the last minute. Pain! It's painful. It's painful. It's painful. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Look at it. Look at it. I command you all to look at it. No points from Regieleki. You were useless to me. Useless. Look at that. Just one triple trample. That's all it takes. That is all it takes, folks. Fire Blast on a Delphox, insane secure, along with a Fanciful Fireworks, a Mew Solar Beam, a Drill Peck from Dodrio. They had so much secure on the enemy team. A flip was very dangerous because Rapid Spin does a lot of tick damage. Egg Bomb is only one move with quite a cooldown that only does between 1200 and 2000 depending on your build, and this is not a damaged Blissey. Sacred Sword is pretty good secure, but honestly the best secure they really had was either Psyshock or Psybeam on Espeon, and they were down. You know, like Espeon and Cinder, if they tried to do a flip, there was no way they were going to survive. Yeah, like without a Bliss assistance, you know, like Gara would have had to Bliss assistance that Cinder so early to try and snipe it with a Blazing Bicycle Kick, and even then, it gotta goes wherever it wants. Trying to hit Rayquaza with that is like trying to, you know, like it's trying to pluck a flower in a hurricane. It's not gonna end well. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll end up in Kentucky. You never know. It is a rough time, but an excellent showing from the teams here. 152 points scored from the Blissey. 231 from the Slowbro. 158 from the Mew. What? Why did Mew score so much? Rayquaza is stupid. 99k damage from the Mew. The most damage of the entire team. Delphox only doing 38. They were just stun build. Instead, Espeon doing 48. Aegislash doing 40. And Blissey healed 70k. Clefable healed 75k. You hear that, Noms? That's what I think of your Comfey saying that Comfey heals more. That's what I say. This is the kind of numbers that other supporters hit. And they do it without being on a broken Pokemon. They do it just by being on an Aegislash or a Blastoise or a Slowbro, and they hit these kinds of numbers normally. Comfey hits it when they're put on one of the most broken Pokemon in the game. You're done so you can end stream, enjoy VC, so we can VOD review. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you're already in there. Sure. Alrighty, folks. Well, it sounds like that is going to be the end. It sounds like that is going to be the end of the scrims here. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. We can see here that the builds were pretty classic, pretty standard. We had a Blaze Kick Cinder, trying to go in and get that Mew out of there, their main damage. Psyshock, Espeon, the classic. Jump Kick, Drill Peg, Dodrio, just for the extra stun to get those squishies out of there. You got to be careful picking squishies into that Dodrio. They're gonna come for you, and go hard they did. Mew, whose build doesn't matter because they can change it every few seconds. Surf Amnesia Slowbro, not one that I see very often, but it is a strong survival disruption build, so I can understand it. Telekinesis is not going to do much here. Maybe they can grab the Dodrio since it had Jump Kick. They're probably not going to grab the Mew. They're probably not going to grab the Delphox because Fire Spin is going to stun you. So Telekinesis is not the best, so I can understand a Surf to try and just stop the Dodrio in his tracks, really. Got to level 14 too, so they had Surf Plus, very strong. And the Fire Spin, Fire Blast, Delphox for that extra secure and that long range damage. I like it, I understand it. Eject button, just to try and get out of those sticky situations. Especially for those reckless Espeon or Deep Dive Aegislash or Rapid Spin Blastoises that might come your way. Maybe an angry Blaze Kick, you know, stuff like that. But excellent work from both teams. Loved what I saw. Loved the adaptation from Newbark Noctowls. Excellent plans and workarounds from Team Doom Desire. And I have been kicked. And I'm gone. It looks like most of the characters are offline now, though. So, yep, it looks like the lobby is mostly empty. So that is going to be it for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. I will leave you all with a beautiful quote. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Bye!